Hi again, everybody. Robin Hook with you, voice of the Broncos. We're at Old Burdick's Bar and Grill for the Monday Bronco Coaches Show. We're going to talk a lot of hoops here today with Bronco men's basketball coach DJ Stevens and some of his players. We'll hear from Shane Klipfel, the women's coach, and recap their starts so far in the 24-25 season. And glad to have DJ Stevens with us. And, Coach, big win yesterday.
Yeah, it was good. It's good to see the ball go through the rim. We kind of it's been a lid on that thing for us first couple games, and it was just good to see guys move the ball, 24 assists and only 7 turnovers. So it was definitely exciting to see that ball go through the hoop.
Yeah, you talk about balance. You had a bunch of guys in double figures. Mark Strickland had his career high 15 points. Let's talk about Mark High's game yesterday. He was getting to the basket, and they were going down for him.
Yeah, Mark High had a really good offensive game, and he's a guy that excels when he's in transition, and he was able to get out in transition and do some things. And then we put him in a couple post-up situations and back down situations, and he was able to draw some fouls and get to the free throw line. So we're looking forward to him scoring a lot more points for us this year, that's for sure.
You got 14 apiece from Owen Lobsinger and Javon Hanna, and from Brandon Moon, too. Let's talk about Owen. Man, he's been struggling from the perimeter, but you knew at some point it was going to start going in for him. And yesterday he hit that first three, and you could just see the sigh of relief on his face after that went through.
No, it's definitely awesome to see the ball go through the hoop for him. He was 3 of 6 yesterday, 50%. We want to continue to see him shoot the ball. We need him to shoot the ball more, and we need him to shoot the ball well.
He was 5 of 9 and 3 of 6 from three-point range. One thing that hasn't been a problem for Owen is rebounding the basketball. He gets to the glass and pulls down those rebounds for you, and that is critical if you want to win games.
For sure. He's a hard worker in the weight room, and he does a really good job of being physical and just making contact, and then pursuing the ball with 2 hands. He's a really good rebounder for us, and he's gotten better every year since I've been here. So just looking for him to continue to do that. Was hoping he got a double-double yesterday, but he wasn't able to reel in that last one, and we just wanted to get him out with the game in hand.
Well, he'll get his share of double-doubles, there's no doubt about it. Brandon Moon, too, scored 14 points. You think of Brandon as a perimeter guy, but he got to the rim a couple of times yesterday, too. That was good to see.
Yeah, when you shoot the ball as well as Brandon does, that shot fake is a lethal weapon for you. And he was able to get a couple guys off balance, off their feet, and then get to the basket. We need Brandon to come in and be kind of instant offense for us because he can really shoot the ball. And anytime him and Owen get a good open look, we want them to let that thing go because they are both shooting the ball. But right now, Owen's percentage is coming up, but Brandon's shooting the ball at a very high clip.
A couple other guys in double figures. Javon Hanna had 14. Can't say enough about that young man. What a great human being and an outstanding player.
Yeah, Javon has really done a good job of getting to the basket and making sure he gets to the rim and also drawing some fouls. His three-point shot has improved a lot, and he's shooting the ball pretty good. But I think he's being a little more selective. Last year I thought maybe he took some questionable threes, off the bounce and different things, and I think he's doing a much better job of being selective about the three-point shots that he takes this year.
And your other double-figure scorer yesterday in just 15 minutes, Siri Lewis, and he was perfect, Coach. He was 6 for 6, showed a little left hand, showed some right hand, showed some physicality. He's a big body in there, and he put up 13 for you.
Yeah, well, I think Siri has a lot to give, and we're just trying to get him to play with higher motor and continue because he has the skills and he has the athleticism to do a lot of things around the basket, and he can step out and make spot up jump shots as well. So We're looking for him to continue to improve and be able to do more and more for us. I think he can be an exceptional rebounder with his athletic ability and his strength. We just got to continue to push him to get that motor, going constantly.
Siri had 13, and then you got 4 points out of Max Burton and E.J. Ryans. So those guys are helping out, and I think there's more in the tank for Max Burton as he adjusts to that role that you put him in now. I mean, he's a starter, and he's 6'10", and you need him to play 6'10".
Exactly. He has to do a better job rebounding the ball, but also, when he's getting, opportunities around the basket, we have to shoot the ball at a higher clip. He does. He's had some opportunities, and we want to play inside out, and that's where he and Siri can really have a big impact on our team.
Broncos have a couple of young guards that have been forced to play a lot of minutes due to an injury. When we come back for part 2 of the Bronco Coaches Show with Coach Stevens, we'll talk about the Bronco backcourt and look ahead to what's in store coming up for Bronco men's basketball. Right now, a timeout from Old Burdick's. You're on the Bronco Coaches Show. We're coming right back.
Burdick's has burgers, not burgers, burgers. All natural, honest to bigness, bona fide, aged steak, beef, burgers. Or chickpea. And Burdick's has beer, not beer, beer. Whether it's winning the big game or winning at life, it all happens right here at Old Burdick's.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg. If you've been driving around, you've noticed empty lots and no new cars. We understand how frustrating this can be. That's why we've done the legwork for you. We're getting in CPO shipments from coast to coast to bring you the best late model vehicles with certified warranties. Don't get taken advantage of with markups on new and used cars. We make sure you get the best value for your car buying dollar. Maple Hill Auto Group, for value like no other.
With you at Old Burdick's Bar and Grill for our Bronco Coaches Show. We're here on Mondays from noon to about 1 talking Western Michigan sports. Basketball, the theme here today, is both the men and the women are in full swing. DJ Stevens with us, head coach of the Bronco men in his 3rd season. And Coach, man, it seems like injuries have been a part of Bronco basketball for a while. And you've been without your starting point guard, Chauncey Willis, so far this season. First of all, how's Chauncey doing, and when do you hope to get him back?
Well, Chauncey's doing a lot better, thank goodness. He has a follow-up appointment tomorrow, and we're hoping they give us good news. But right now, our biggest concern is, making sure that he catches back up with his academics, and because he was on a track to have a really good semester, and that was something that was important to him. And we just want to make sure that he gets back here and we can get him back into his daily routine and take care of his academics.
He's a really fun player to watch, and we look forward to the time when he gets back in there. But in his absence, you've had to go with some young guys. And E.J. Ryans from Grand Rapids is growing up right in front of our eyes, and he played 20 minutes yesterday at 4 points, had a couple of assists. Talk about E.J.'s game.
Yeah, EJ is, like you said, he's growing up right before our eyes, and he's learning on the job, so to speak, and he's done a really good job of taking care of the ball and being sure with it. We just got to, get him to be a little more aggressive, and hopefully he can, make plays for other guys and get us some easy baskets because, just in our offense, the point guard position is extremely important. As a facilitator and making sure that you get the ball to the right place at the right time. And then right now, he's not turning the ball over, but he's not necessarily making those plays that we need him to make. And that'll take some time, but definitely pleased with his progress and everything that he's done, being forced into that starting role. He's really a kid that does a really good job of making sure that you only have to tell him something once and he can make the change. And that is, for a coach, that's invaluable because, sometimes you tell a guy something over and over and over again and they just don't get it. He's not one of those kids. He can make that change instantly, and that's something that I appreciate.
And he splits time there at point guard. Pretty much the 40 minutes are divided up between EJ and Marquise Josephs right now. And Marquise is a Toronto kid who transferred from Grand Canyon. That Grand Canyon team played the NCAA tournament a year ago, so he has some championship experience, and I like him more every time I see him. The thing I've liked about him lately is his willingness to go to the basket and knock down layups because he's down there with the big guys.
Yeah, he's a kid that's very explosive. He can get to the rim and he can finish amongst the trees, so to speak. But he's a really strong kid, and he's explosive, and we love what he can do in terms of getting downhill and creating plays. He's done a really good job of taking care of the ball as well, and just hope those guys continue to progress as they are. And I think with more and more time, both of those guys will become more comfortable, and you can expect a lot of good things from both guys.
That is amazing with those two young guys handling the ball as much as they do, that your turnovers have been really, really good. I mean, you get single-digit turnovers in a game, and you've had it several games so far. That's outstanding. You'll take that.
For sure. It was something that we've emphasized since we started practicing. We felt like we didn't give our defense as much of a chance last year with some of the turnovers for touchdowns. And, we just wanted to make it a point of emphasis that we do a better job of taking care of the ball, and also, giving ourselves more opportunities. And more opportunities means more shots for some of the guys, and guys have bought in, and we've done a really good job to this point. So hopefully we can continue to take care of the ball at a high level.
Coach, you and the staff have to be really excited about having guys available. Your best ability is your availability, and you've had availability for everybody but Chauncey, and he's going to be available here soon. But to be able to rotate guys in, and somebody needs a break or you want to get some time for another guy, you've got that ability to do it now. You're playing 10, 11 guys every game.
Yeah, we want to get everybody healthy and back where they can play. We want to get up and down and play a fast-paced game, and the more bodies you have, the more able you are to do that. I think the one thing that has suffered a little bit is on the defensive end, we're not pressuring the ball as much as maybe we have before Donovan went down, and then Chauncey, and we've had Javon was out a little bit. So it'd be nice to get everyone back healthy and have it being at full strength and being able to shift those bodies in and out.
One thing yesterday before the game on our pregame show, you mentioned you were going to switch 5 against the Canisius Golden Griffins, and that's what you did. You had big guys guarding guards and guards guarding bigs, and wow, did that ever work? Because at one stretch of the game, they were 1 for 18.
Yeah, the guys really picked up on that, and they did a really good job. I was impressed with Siri and Max being able to not let their point guard, who's their leading scorer, get to his right hand. That was one of his strengths, and we wanted to take it away. So when we switched, those guys did a really good job of keeping him from getting to his right hand, forced him left, and he had to take some tough shots, and he's not as good a playmaker going left. So for us to be able to implement that and be able to carry out the game plan with no practice, that was pretty impressive.
I'm guessing we'll see that some more before the season is over, the way that worked. Maybe even Wednesday night for your next game against South Dakota, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure it would be as good a game plan against South Dakota. They got some guys that can definitely get to the basket and attack. getting downhill, but going both ways. They look to play a fast-paced game, and they press, and they try to speed you up. So it's going to be a test for our young guards to take care of the ball and also make plays while they're being pressured and sped up.
All right, South Dakota coming in here. You mentioned Donovan Williams. What's his status? Think he's going to be ready or not?
I hope so. Donovan is we got him in that training room 24/7, and Max is doing a heck of a job of trying to get him back ready to get on the floor. We should know more in the next couple days, but right now, just trying to make sure that all these guys are healthy and ready to go.
Tell you what, you had a pretty nice crowd for a Sunday at noon yesterday, and we need him back against South Dakota. Bronco basketball is fun to watch, folks, so get out there and watch them. It really helps the team. They enjoy that support and can really rally behind it.
For sure. It was a great crowd. Saw a lot of kids. They stayed after and got autographs, and it was fun. You look up there and you see people going crazy when we make those great plays. We need that home court advantage, and we need people to keep coming out and supporting, and we're definitely going to do our best to put the best product out there for people to enjoy.
Coach, thanks for coming out to the Coaches Show. We're going to hear from Javon Hanna and Siri Lewis, two guys that are really a big part of your program.
Thanks for having me, and enjoy having those guys on.
DJ Stevens with us, and we'll come back with more Bronco Coaches Show and talk with some student athletes. Javon Hanna and Siri Lewis will join us next. We're at Old Burdick's Bar and Grill for the Bronco Coaches Show, live on YouTube and on demand at WMUBroncos.com. Back in a moment.
It all started with a war hero and wounded warrior. Seeley began on Portage Road in Kalamazoo in 1963. A lot has happened since then, and a lot has changed. But at Seeley, the more things changed, the more they stayed the same. Trust, customer service, and community.
I'm Lindsay Tarpley. Happy 60-year anniversary, Seeley Auto Group, from your friends and community partners at World Champion Soccer Academy. Go Broncos!
Get a fresh view in Kalamazoo. Wander museums, catch a show, and see a classic or two. Unwind, open up, try something new. Bike around, make a splash, and explore nature's hue. Hit the trails, grab a bite, then relax with a brew. Be curious, get loud. There's so much to do. Find all this and more in Kalamazoo.
Robin Hook back with you on the Bronco Coaches Show. We're at Old Burdick's Bar and Grill and live on YouTube, live and on demand later today on WMUBroncos.com. Hope you can watch the show and learn more about your Broncos and the respective programs as we move along through the season. Want to remind you that tomorrow night there's a big game up in Mount Pleasant, Western Michigan football against Central Michigan. That's a 7:30 kick, and there's a watch party going on at Main Street on West Main. So fans that want to join fellow Broncos and watch the game on ESPN2, get over to West Main Street Pub and take on the Broncos and the Chippewas. That'll be a lot of fun. And we're also on the radio tomorrow night, too, on 106.5 Jack FM, Western Michigan and Central Michigan. In the battle for the Cannon Trophy, Western Michigan has won 10 of the last 13 meetings with their rival and 6 in a row in Mount Pleasant. So we hope that trend will continue. Let's talk some more hoops now with two Broncos, Javon Hanna and Siri Lewis. They were a big part of yesterday's 92-69 win over Canisius. Let's start with Javon Hanna, had 14 points, and Javon, that was a lot of fun watching you guys play yesterday. Little bit of a slow start, but man, then it kicked in, and that switching defense you guys were running was really creating problems for Canisius.
Yeah, it was for sure. I mean, with a one-day prep, we just try to put everything in the focus on just being attentive while playing, and just everybody studying their scouting reports and just knowing the personnel from 1 through 5. Just that was super important for us, just to execute the game plan and come out with a win.
Yeah, and you find yourself guarding the 6'9", 6'10" guys at times in that switching defense.
Yeah.
You got to find a way.
Yeah, for sure. You always got to find a way. Again, with a one-day prep and just stuff that we've gone through, I feel like I was ready for it. I feel like we were all ready for just the opportunity that we had at hand. So, yeah.
Thing I liked about the game yesterday was the balanced scoring. That is tough to beat a team that has 5 different players in double figures, 15, some 14, some 13, and it's hard to defend 5 guys.
Yeah, it is, and that's the best basketball, honestly. When the ball's being spread around and everybody's contributing to a win, that's always the best. That's the most fun. That's what everybody gets the most joy out of, and that's what we did.
Defense and rebounding, that's Coach Stevens' style of play. Defense, rebounding, and run. And you guys like to get up the floor, and you had one of those opportunities to get down the floor. After a steal, you were down there all by yourself, and why not throw one down? And you did that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, my legs were feeling pretty good, so I decided to get up a little bit and just give me a nice little dunk. But
nice little dunk. That was a ferocious dunk. For those of us who have never been able to dunk, what's it feel like on a dunk?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Luckily, I've been blessed enough to actually be dunking since I was in 6th grade. My first dunk was in 6th grade. So
wow.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Well, Javon is from Orchard Lake St. Mary's. They play a little basketball there at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and they're always playing for championships there. You've kind of come out of a championship program there and some of your AAU stuff, and now at Western Michigan. And believe it or not, this is Javon's 3rd season already at Western Michigan.
Yeah, it's flying by. It is flying by. I'm kind of feeling old, but I'm enjoying it. I've enjoyed every single part of Western Michigan. It's been my home, seriously. I really enjoyed Western these past 2 years. So.
Yeah, and, hey, let's be obvious. The transfer portal's out there for some guys that decide to move on, but you decided to stay here at Western Michigan. Tell us about that.
Yeah, like I said, this is my home, and I feel like the people in the community understand that I really enjoy that. I enjoy Kalamazoo, Michigan. I enjoy Western Michigan. I enjoy walking into the building every day and just being around the people that I see. This is just a spectacular environment to be in. If anybody can come and see and feel the environment like I have, I don't think there's a reason to leave, So this is the place that I want to be for sure.
He was the 6th man of the year in the Mid-American Conference last year, but as the season moved along, he got into that starting lineup, and that run you guys made at the end of the season, Javon, was impressive with some big wins down the stretch, including that blowout victory over Akron at University Arena that got you into the MAC tournament.
Yeah, that was an exciting time, and we're looking for that again this year. We're looking to take another step this year and just improve on the foundation that we laid last year, and again, make the MAC tournament, but not also just make the MAC tournament, but kick the door in and win the championship. So that's what we're looking forward to do.
All right, it helps when you have big guys like Siri Lewis. What do you like about his game, Javon?
He's a dog. He's a dog. Hey, anytime I can drop it off to Siri, he's getting it. Anytime you get behind the defense, I can throw lobs to him. I can hit him on a post-up, just anything for Siri. He's super athletic. He can guard. I love playing on the court with Siri.
Well, hand that mic over to Siri. Let's introduce Siri Lewis to Bronco Nation. And here's a young man who's been around now. He's a Chicago native, but he's prepped schooled in Arizona. He's been to Kansas State and to Rice and then to Florida, now in Kalamazoo. And Siri, we're glad you're here, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
You've traveled a lot around your college career. Tell us about your journeys and how you ended up in Western Michigan.
The journey's been crazy, but I was always told and raised everybody's journey's different. So I'm thankful for my journey. It was a lot of trials and tribulations throughout the journey, but I'm happy that I found my home here in Western Michigan, and I'm thankful for every opportunity that's been presented.
Yeah, you've been playing ball for a long time, and you were at Kansas State. You played 18 games for a Big 12 team.
Yeah, for a Big 12 team, yeah. It was fun. Got hurt my sophomore year, so I set out, tore ACL, and then just was climbing my way back from that point.
Yeah, you got to Rice, and you played 20 games for the Rice Owls. That's a good program, too. And
Yeah, Rice.
Rice challenged you academically as well, and you aced that. And then you went to Kaiser University, which is an NAIA school down there in Florida, and you got hurt, but that allowed you to get back in the portal, and you landed at Western Michigan. How did that all come down?
Just timing. Timing is everything. I'm a big believer of that, and the timing was perfect. Coach Rudder reached out to me and known Coach Rudder since I was about 14, 15. So we always had a relationship. Reached out, just formed a relationship with the entire coaching staff. Came on a visit, met my teammates, and then made the decision.
Outstanding. And how's it been? You liking it here?
Yeah, it's been good. I love it. I learn more and more every day. I get the best out of myself each and every day. Got a great coaching staff, got great teammates around me. I'm just very appreciative of the opportunity.
Siri Lewis, a good student throughout his college career, and now Western Michigan. And style of play that Coach Stevens likes to run is tailor-made for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I love the style of play we have. I mean, Coach Stevens is on me hard every day, but I appreciate it. He gets so much out of me, more than I expected out of myself. From the first day I got here to where I'm at now, it's just an extreme step, and I can't wait to keep excelling and keep going and winning with my team.
Yeah, that hard coaching, we call that tough love, because down deep he loves you, he wants the best for you, and that's why he coaches you that way.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for it, from the entire coaching staff to Coach Stevens, to our big man, Coach Shane, to Coach Chris Fowler, to Coach Manny, and my teammates. I just really want to give a thanks to my teammates. I love my team. If it wasn't for them yesterday, we wouldn't have got the win, or I wouldn't have the stats that I had. So I just thank them for putting me in a position to be able to do what I'm able to do.
Doing the radio broadcast yesterday, I was really happy for this guy, Siri, because he was perfect from the floor, 6 for 6. And, man, you showed some post moves in there that I was happy to see. I mean, you were going both ways, right and left.
We work on that every day. I should say that's part of the repetition. Like Coach Stevens, I said, just coaching hard. We work literally on that every day. And the day before we had the one-day prep, we sat down all of the bigs for about 20 minutes and just worked on hook shots, physical, with a pad, left hand, right hand, finishing around the rim, going through contact, because that's what's going to win games. It's going to help our guards out to give us an inside-out presence to get them open shots.
Yeah, those early games of the season, the shots weren't going down. I mean, that was kind of a team thing, but, man, it was great to see him go in the basket yesterday. You guys shot over 60% from the floor. I mean, that's hard to do on air, let alone D.
Yeah, we came out hard. We had our mind made up. We had 2 tough losses back-to-back, so we definitely wanted to get that win, and that's what we did, and we're going to keep that same type of confidence going moving forward on this game on Wednesday.
All right, South Dakota. I don't know, have you seen any stuff on them yet?
I've seen a little bit, not too much. We got prepped for these next 2 days, so we're going to lock in, focus, and get this dub on Wednesday.
Siri Lewis with us, Javon Hanna. Thanks for coming out, guys. Congrats on that win yesterday.
Appreciate
and good luck
you.
on Wednesday, all right?
Thank you.
Give a hand to these guys, and we'll come back and talk women's basketball next. We're on the Bronco Coaches Show from Old Burdick's Bar and Grill, downtown Kalamazoo. We're coming right back.
How far do you have to go to find a great deal on a new Ford SUV?
Not too far.
How about a new Ford F-150?
Not too far.
How about for basic maintenance and service?
Not too far at all. With Dorrance Ford's mobile service, we'll come to you.
Nice.
Now's the time to buy because we're making room for the 2025 Fords and moving out the 24s. Come in now for the best selection. Dorrance Ford is proud to support Bronco Athletics. Shop Dorrance Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Burdick's has burgers, not burgers, burgers. All natural, honest to bigness, bona fide, aged steak, beef, burgers. Or chickpea. And Burdick's has beer, not beer, beer. Whether it's winning the big game or winning at life, It all happens right here at Old Verdicts.
Wow One Day Painting is a precision team of professional painters who plan and prepare perfection and then deliver it with precision to make your home look and feel brand new in just one day. Wow! The magic show begins when a gorgeous van stops in front of your home and a precision team steps out wearing perfect uniforms and big happy smiles. What happens next is going to blow your mind. Wow! One Day Painting. Go to wowOneDay.com.
Robin Hook back with you at Old Burdick's Bar and Grill, downtown Kalamazoo, for the Bronco Coaches Show on YouTube Live, and you can pick it up on WMUBroncos.com anytime on demand. As we talk Western Michigan basketball today, let's turn our attention over to the women's side of things. Shane Klipfel, 13th season as head coach of the Bronco women's basketball team. And Coach, you got off to a great start with a big win over Arkansas State in your opener.
Yeah, that was a really good performance by our team, our first time out, and in that Sun Belt Conference crossover challenge matchup that we had, which is always fun because we don't know those opponents that well. And then in this situation, they had 10 or 11 transfers that came in that we really had no idea what to expect from that team until they got there, and we saw them at the center box ready for tip-off.
Yeah, and you won that game 61-52, came from behind, as I recall, to win that game. And it's always nice to start your season with a victory, and then you jumped into some tough opponents at Texas A&M, at SMU, and yesterday Michigan State. Came out on the short end of those three games, but those kind of opponents are going to get you ready for what you're really competing for, and that's a spot in Cleveland in the Mid-American Conference.
Yeah, no question. Our trip down to Texas was purposeful, and we wanted to get out on the road. We wanted to play that type of competition, SEC, ACC opponents, and both of them presented different types of challenges, and we learned a lot about ourselves on that trip. And the bodies are a little bit different, the speed, the athleticism, the strength, but it's always something that we can draw back to moving down the road. We're going to see players with similar builds, probably just not as many of them collected together at the same time. So we'll continue to do that with our team and put our team in situations that are very challenging and see if we can grow up from it.
Yeah, you're going to learn from playing those opponents. I know Coach Stevens on the men's side likes to play a tough non-conference schedule, so you're ready to compete in the Mid-American Conference. And you've had to start the season a little bit banged up, so what's the status? You can get some players back here shortly, I think.
Yeah, we are gaining. Thankfully, with our situation, we started the season with 8 scholarship kids in our first game, and I don't honestly even know what we're up to now. We're gaining somebody back this week, and then I think 2 more the following week, and then we still have 1 more out there that we're on a different timeline for. So, you said it earlier, your best ability is availability, and while that's been a struggle for us, I think long term we're going to be okay because of it, and possibly be even better because of it, because it's causing us to put in players that maybe ordinarily wouldn't be as exposed this early in their careers, and the goal would be that that's going to pay dividends in January and February.
Played Michigan State yesterday over at University Arena. Great crowd, over 2,000 on hand to watch you play the Spartans, and that has to be gratifying for you and your team to see the community come out and support you like that.
Yeah, it was quite emotional. Actually, my players that are here with me will probably make fun of me, but I actually got very emotional when I saw that crowd, and over 2,000 people, and that's what you want your players to experience, is to have that kind of atmosphere. And we've been in those before on the road, but it's been a long time. Actually, I think we'd have to go back to whatever year it was that Michigan State did this for us. 6 or 7 years ago, and I don't know what the numbers were, if it was more or less, but it was really cool. It was fun to have that atmosphere for our players to experience.
Yeah, it was great, and thank all the fans that came out. And want to have them continue to come out and watch your team play because you got some good players.
Yeah, we're growing up. And the two players we have here today, we were having a conversation on our way down here, and I really think where this team is at is in the beginning we were putting what we thought was our best 5 players on the floor together, and now we have enough data, if you will, to analyze. Now we have to try and figure out who our best 5 together are, and I think you're going to see some changes in our lineups over the next 3 or 4 days, actually through the rest of our non-conference season. And it'll be specifically for that, to see which 5 together are the ones that can produce the best outcomes for us.
Well, one of those that produced yesterday for you, Hannah Spitzley, had 15 points. Hannah's been with you since 2020 out of Westphalia, Michigan, and she's had some really good games over her career for Western Michigan. Yesterday, one of the best with 15.
Yeah, it was good to see her do that, and to do it against a Michigan State, which she grew up in Westphalia, which is pretty close to Michigan State, as most people know. But she's a very important player for us as a fifth-year student and a fifth-year member of our program. Has been a captain for us in the past, has chosen not to do that this season, but is very much a leader on this team, and we really need her to continue to lead, even without that C on her jersey. But she's really important to us, and she's really important to what we're trying to accomplish in her final year and in this year for us.
Yeah, Hannah's averaging over 8 points a game so far through your 4 games this season, and you've got Marina Asensio here. She's a transfer and a native of Spain. She has national team experience. How valuable is that?
Yeah, it's been really good, and she's still finding her way around with our team and trying to get acclimated to the new players around her. But I was really fortunate and traveled to Lithuania this summer and watched her play in the FIBA championships there, and she had a heck of a tournament there, and we're really fortunate to have that kid on our team, and she's just going to get better and better. And as she starts to figure out our players a little bit more, I think you're going to see her account for a lot of points, not just scoring wise, but also setting the rest of our team up for scoring opportunities.
Well, there's a lot of ways to get players. You recruit them out of high school, or you get them out of junior college programs, or you get them in the transfer portal. And that transfer portal, as they say, giveth and taketh away. But you got a good one in Marina from South Florida.
For sure. She was our one portal kid this year, and I think we hit a home run with her.
Outstanding. Who else is playing well for you right now?
It's really a fact-finding situation. We just got Deanna back. Deanna finished the season last year strong, kind of really grew up in the second half of the season. We missed her those first few games that we had. She's back, and she's a kid that we need to get a lot of production out of. And, as I said, we're still kind of searching for those best 5 together. Deanna gives us a unique ability on both sides of the ball to create points, and that's something that our offense really needs right now. We play her at the top of a 1-3-1 zone, and if she can get a turnover there, that's going to lead to an easy bucket, and we need some of those easy buckets right now for our offense.
Well, being in the business in women's basketball, you got to be so excited at the tremendous growth of women's basketball. I mean, the pro level, the collegiate level, is just blossomed, and fans are figuring out that this is fun to watch and good basketball.
Yeah, it really is. I participated in an article from one of our professors on campus in the marketing department, so I just revisited all that history moving forward from way back from beginning of Title IX to the explosion in the last few years of women's college basketball, and it's been really fun to watch. It's been fun through my lens because I've seen it for so many years and way back since the mid 80s, so I have a lot to draw from in terms of seeing the growth of it. And with the explosion of the Caitlin Clark and all the things that went into her postseason runs, and to go to the Final Four and see practice sessions that are sold out with people and fans that want to come in just to watch practices now, not to mention how well the Final Fours have been attended. It's really, really cool.
Some basketball fans really, I think, can relate more to the women's game than to the men's game.
Seems to be even some of the best men's players in the world are making that reference. So that's when it's coming from people like that, it really gets the attention of everybody. And I used to say it's such a different game, but it's not that much different. Other than you can't even say it's all played below the rim now. We're playing above the rim in some situations too. So it's I think it's just going to continue to grow and grow. And the more the media pays attention to it and follows it, the better that's going to be.
All right, your next action is coming up this weekend against Detroit Mercy.
Yep, it'll be a major challenge for us. Detroit's playing, they've only played 2 games, but they've already put a wallop on Bowling Green in their second game. So that Bowling Green was picked in the top 3 of our conference. So we know we have our work cut out for us. And, although we focus on our next game, we're really focused on where we can be with this team by the end of December and as opposed to the end of November. So lots of work in front of us. I'm excited about where I think this team can be. I think our ceiling is incredibly high, and the buy-in needs to get a little bit better in some areas, but we're going to get them there.
All right, and we're going to hear from Hannah Spitzley and Marina Senzio, 2 of your key players coming up. We're going to hear from them.
I know they're looking forward to it.
All right, Shane Klipfeld with us. They get ready to take on Detroit this weekend. Good luck Saturday, and we'll take a break and come back and visit with Hannah Spitzley and Marina Asensio here on the Bronco Coaches Show from Old Burdick's Bar and Grill. We're coming right back after this timeout.
Burdick's has burgers, not burgers, burgers. All natural, honest to bigness, bona fide, aged steak, beef, burgers. Or chickpea. And Burdick's has beer, not beer, beer. Whether it's winning the big game or winning at life, it all happens right here at Old Burdick's.
Get a fresh view in Kalamazoo. Wander museums, catch a show, and see a classic or 2. Unwind, open up, try something new. Bike around, make a splash, and explore nature's hue. Hit the trails, grab a bite, then relax with a brew. Be curious, get loud. There's so much to do. Find all this and more in Kalamazoo.
Robin Hook back with you on the Bronco Coaches Show. We're at Old Burdick's Bar and Grill here every Monday from noon till around 1 o'clock, talking Western Michigan sports with coaches, student athletes, and staff. And pleased to be joined now by 2 members of the Bronco women's basketball team, grad student Hannah Spitzley and transfer Marina Asensio. Let's start with the veteran Hannah Spitzley, who came back for her 5th season, and you must really like it here at Western Michigan to come back again, girl.
Yeah, I mean, year 5, still going strong. So it was definitely a question taking the 5th year or not after having a weird season with some back injuries last year. But just overall decided that I didn't want to go out of basketball that way. So came back for the 5th year and just ready to have fun for this last year.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, having fun and enjoying your teammates and being a part of the community. I know community is a big part of what you guys are all about in the women's basketball program, but you came to Kalamazoo from Pewamo Westphalia High School. I just like saying Pewamo Westphalia. It's kind of cool to say, but you had a great high school career. How'd you end up at Western?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I had a pretty normal recruiting process through AAU and everything, but going on a few visits, I just decided I really liked the community feel of Western and the girls and coaches that had been on the team recruiting me were just a good fit for me and have been for the last 5 years. The girls are definitely a part of why I stayed and chose to keep playing, take this 5th year. So I really love the girls on the team and the coaches that I'm surrounded by.
Had to be fun yesterday, even though you lost to Michigan State. They're a really good team, hadn't lost this year, but it had to be fun for your team to, go through warm-ups and throughout the game and see the support from the community and the university. 2,000 plus at Reed Fieldhouse.
Yeah, and that was awesome. In all of my years here, I don't think we've ever had a crowd like that in Reed Fieldhouse. So that was really cool just to see everyone there supporting us. And yeah, it was a fun game. Obviously didn't go the way we wanted, but we could definitely feel the support from Bronco Nation there.
You've played a lot of games over your career, Hannah, and an opportunity to add more playing time here this season. And you have been a part of a program that's made it to Cleveland, so you know what that's all about. And really, that's the goal, is to make it there. And if you get there, anything can happen, right?
Yeah, everyone says that the tournament is up in the air. It's anything can happen, like you said. And yeah, I've gone twice, I'm pretty sure, through my years. And those experiences are so fun. Being there, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse is so cool. Their core and their facilities are amazing. Just being in that atmosphere is so fun. So yeah, definitely the goal to make it back there again this year. Hopefully make a run in the tournament.
Well, Coach Cliffeld, he gives you guys ladies a lot of challenges, and you won your first game against Arkansas State first. That had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, that was definitely fun to start off that way. The Sun Belt Conference crossover is a really fun thing that we've added, and just to represent the MAC in that way was really awesome. So hoping to get a few more wins here coming up.
Yeah, you're going to do that. And then you go to Texas, you play A&M in front of 3,000, and you play SMU in front of 2,800. What was that environment like?
Yeah, it was cool. We'd never been to Texas before, so that was really fun. Just playing against that kind of competition is always good in the preseason, to just learn more about yourselves and see what you guys are going to be able to do for the year. So that was definitely a good experience for us. The SMU crowd was intense. They had a kids' day. It was recess or school field trip, whatever, and it was a great crowd they had there, to say the least. A lot of kids in the stands.
I caught some of that on the radio, and I'll tell you what, Carolyn Binder did a heck of a job calling that game with all that crowd noise going on from those kids. But great experience. Then you play Michigan State, another great team. But all of this is helping you guys get ready for the conference. Play Detroit this weekend. Sounds like they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, these games have been really good experience for us, and I am excited to play against Detroit. We've played them before in my career here, so definitely be good to see where we stand with them and see what kind of competition we can hang with this year.
And you got to be anticipating the return of some of your teammates, so you have a full deck there to work with.
Yeah, I miss my teammates. We got to have everyone back in the court, so yeah, I'm really excited to play with some of those girls again.
Hannah Spitzley with us. You got to be so thrilled about the growth of women's basketball just in the last few years, how it's gained so much popularity.
Yeah, it's been really cool. Just seeing the way that women's sports in general has grown has been awesome, and to be able to be part of it right in the middle of it has been awesome. So it showed last night with the crowd that we had. It's really awesome.
All right, we have Marina here with us. What's it like having a person from Spain on your team?
It's fun. We've had international girls on the team while I've been here, but it's really cool this year. We have a few girls from Spain, and hearing them talk in Spanish, and we have a coach from Spain, and he will coach them in Spanish, and we're just sitting there like, I have no idea what you said, but I think it's definitely good to have the connection for each other for their sake. I don't know how they do it, being so far away from home. So I think having that support with each other is awesome, and we love having you guys on the team.
What do you like about Marina's game?
Marina is going to get you the ball at the right time in the right place, and I appreciate that.
She's a distributor, and she gets it to the shooters, and that's you.
She is going to find the open person on the court, and that's what we really need this year, so I'm excited to keep playing with her.
Hannah Spitzley with us. Hand that over to Marina. Let's Let's talk with Marina now. I don't know Spanish, so I can't ask you anything in Spanish, but
It's okay, we'll figure it out.
you'll figure it out. The one thing about you, Marina, that jumped out when I looked at your bio was your international experience. You played for the U18 Spain national team and again on the 2023 team this past summer as a U20. How did that international experience help your game?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm so thankful for since I'm 12 years old, I'm being part of the national team. And I think this experience in the summer have made me grow a lot as a player and as a person. So I'm just so thankful to be part of and outliving them, yeah.
I can't imagine that, representing your country, playing basketball for your country, wearing the colors of the nation. That's got to be incredible feeling.
Yeah, it's such an honor to always represent your country, but at the same time, you make also relationships and contacts that you'll never forget. So yeah, so thankful for the experience.
Have you always been a point guard and setting people up?
I can play as a point guard, which I love. I also play sometimes as a shooting guard. Mostly in the national team, I have also that role, so I enjoy both of them, honestly.
Well, I'm sure Coach will find a way to make both work for you since you're such a talented and experienced player now here at Western Michigan as a junior from Sabadell, Spain. Did I say that
Yeah,
right?
Sabadell, yeah.
All right, there we go. See there. You were at South Florida last couple of years, right?
Yes, it was.
How did that go there for you?
I think I've learned a lot from the experience. Personally, I just needed a change, and when I came to visit Western, I just felt like the love that they have between each other, and that's what I exactly needed to keep growing as a person and as a player also. So I just think I chose right this time.
All right. Well, we're certainly happy to have you, and I know Coach is happy to have you. And tell us about your game. What's your strength? What do you like the most about basketball?
So, as we talked about before, I love to shoot the ball, open shots and stuff, but I also love to be a point guard to create open shots for my teammates and for them to enjoy my game with me. So my main goal as a point guard this year is to my teammates to enjoy playing with me on the court and finding their way to help the team as much as I try to do.
Well, you started out the season with a victory over Arkansas State, and you guys got off to a great start. That had to be a wonderful feeling after that game, huh?
Yes, we did. We did have a good win as a team. I think that was important and necessary for us. And after these tough games that we had, I think we're just excited to keep playing and keep improving as a team.
Then you played those three tough opponents, Texas A&M, SMU, and yesterday Michigan State, but big crowd at University Arena. That had to be fun for you guys.
Yeah, it was really exciting. As a player, you realize how much people support women's basketball, and I think that's a really good point for us to be excited to keep playing and keep proving the world that we have also good game and good sport. So.
Women's basketball, like we mentioned earlier with Coach Klipfel and with Hannah, has just blossomed here in the United States. The support and the excitement around the game. Is it like that in Spain? Are you noticing that there too?
There's a lot of people following the sport, but you don't have that much support. So yeah, it's a bit different. It was really, really exciting to be playing around this big crowd. So.
When you look back at your time at South Florida and now at Western Michigan, the style of play, you notice any differences here from where you were before?
I think on the court I have a different role, and I'm just trying to figure out how much I can help the team with that. So in South Florida it was also different. Here I just found some connections and relationship outside the court, also with coaching and stuff, that is really helping me me constructing myself on the court. So I'm just thankful for that too.
All right. Well, how's school going? Your first semester at Western Michigan?
It's been good. I'm just really getting used to things and just the whole system, but I'm really happy to be here.
What are you studying?
I'm doing communication with a minor of marketing.
All right, very good. Marina Senziel and Hannah Spitzley, they are on top of the scoring totals for Western Michigan basketball through a brief 4-game start. Marina and Hannah, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, that's going to do it for the Bronco Coaches Show for today on YouTube Live. Don't forget, if you missed part or most of the show, you can catch it on demand at WMUBroncos.com. And for Western Michigan women's basketball tickets and men's basketball tickets, find the next game and order them online at WMUBroncos.com/tickets. Don't forget about the battle for the Cannon Trophy. That's tomorrow night in Mount Pleasant. Western Michigan football against Central Michigan. The Broncos have won 6 in a row in Mount Pleasant and 10 of the last 13 meetings. They want that trophy to stay right where it belongs in the Bill Brown Football Center. If you want to enjoy some Bronco camaraderie, go over to Main Street Pub over on West Main for a watch party starting at 7:30 on ESPN2. And we'll be back here next Tuesday to talk more Western Michigan athletics with the Bronco coaches, student athletes, and staff. For now, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. See you next week on the Bronco Coaches Show.